The T44 of Louis Weishart and Heineke Erasmus had a great run in the early stages until disaster struck. The crew saw flames in the cab and slowed down as much as possible before bailing out, thankfully not injuring each of them. The car unfortunately burnt down to a molten mess of nothing, even though the flame retardant system did go off. Also quick to react were the crews and officials. The fire was contained to the immediate area with no surrounding property damaged, but a very sad end to the D44. For the Land Rover of Sarel Oosthuizen and Gilles Leroux, they were the final finishers, scoring a 28th overall, putting them to the bottom of the pile, but still putting valuable points on the plate, and in a development season, putting the Evoque engine into the old Land Rover. It's starting to look like a very strong package going forward into 2020. For PM de Villiers and Jacques Van Heerden in the F1, the oldest Datsun out there, they did a sterling job just to bring it home and complete full race distance in a race time of just over 5 hours. Good job for the winners of the F-Class. Our first ladies team, now with a new starter motor in place donated by their husbands, the P18 of Smith and Peterser, the ladies set off on the main race with renewed confidence. On the first loop, they picked up a little bit of barbed wire, which didn't help the case as they tangled the front and rear wheels and lost a huge amount of time trying to get themselves back into the game. The second loop ran much smoother and they finished the Class P podium off with a nice third place. B101, the second of our all-ladies lineup of Colleen Croshaw and Marina van Schalkwyk, did a nice job as well, finishing off in style, clinching the Class B win in the process. A fitting end for our ladies doing so well, of course, in National Women's Month. For the D22 of the Smiths, Wayne on the wheel, Keith on the notes. They did a good enough job for 5th in Class D, but were severely punished, proving how important it is to get a good position coming out of the prologue to start the racing weekend. Same story with the G11, 5th in Class G, and of course they had to do a lot of repairs. That was Marcus Labuskakny and Neil Putter just somehow managing to get a wheel onto the back of their Can-Am Maverick to keep them in the championship chase. It was also championship considerations for Andre Gildenes and Victor Fincham, the reigning champions in the Class E series from 2018, battling for form this time around, would eventually walk away just off the podium with a 4th place in class here at Stella. After the crew had told them they heard something funny, and Hein Kruger and Paul Moret had said, nah, she'll be good. Unfortunately, it came. After changing a flat tyre 10 kilometers into the main race, they finally heard the misfire. They eventually stopped at the start of the second loop and found a loose coil plug, promptly stuck it back into position, and suddenly the car ran like a dream. They had to stop twice more to fix the same plug, and the car ran faultlessly after that until the end for a well-deserved 4th place in Class D, but the crew this time had the last laugh. For Aki and Jandre Kruger in the E7, they eventually got themselves into the top 20 overall, but more importantly, because of problems in the rest of the class, they got 3rd place in Class E and would now be considered high championship threats with the season winding down. And as has been the case the whole way through the 2019 tour, Class E's giving us the best racing and the best championship throughout the field. Join us after the break and see who managed to squeak their way into a top 20 overall.